What's up and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about Love After Lockup. This is season 2, episode 14, and the title of this episode is Prison Blues to Wedding Bells. Let's start off with Brittany and Marcelino. So Amanda wants to talk to Brittany, but Brittany hasn't spoken to Amanda since Marcelino's birthday party. She's hoping that Amanda has moved on. She says now that she's pregnant and engaged, she's happy with Marcelino. Brittany goes to Amanda's house, and Amanda is shocked about Brittany being pregnant. Brittany says seeing Amanda is awkward, and Amanda tells Brittany she's happy for her and wants an invite to her wedding. Let's move on to Lizzie and Scott. Lizzie can't get a hold of Scott since their fight, so she goes to his room. And Scott is upset with Lizzie because he has found out about her spending $2,000 on his credit card. Lizzie replies to him, "So what? It's only money, Scott. And if you don't have any money, I don't need you. You want me to need you." He finally tells her that he has no more money, and she says, "Fine, I'm leaving Scott." So she leaves. And now let's move on to Matt and Caitlin. So Matt has a hearing at 3, and Caitlin discusses more minor details with his mom. His mom says that when she found out that Matt was in jail, she was disappointed but not shocked. Matt was caught with a stolen vehicle, so Caitlin decides to set up a visitation video call with Matt, and Matt wants Caitlin to bail him out. Caitlin says that she doesn't know if she's going to bail him out. It sounds like to me that Caitlin needs to call this little thing that they got going on done. Let's move on to Clint and Tracie. It's been 3 weeks or so since Tracie broke up with Clint, but he has been in touch with her. So Tracie called him and says that she loves him and wants to make it up to him. Clint says that he has a feeling that she'll leave him again. So let's fast forward. Tracie gets out, and this poor girl just looks malnutritioned, okay? She's lost so much weight that I almost didn't recognize her. I didn't know who she was. Yeah, something. I ain't buying that. I wasn't eating, so I lost a lot of weight. Okay. Let's go back to Brittany and Marcelino. Today is the day for their wedding. Brittany has 3 of her sisters and her best friend with her, while Marcelino has his friends and his family with him. Brittany says that she feels excited and nervous as she prepares for her wedding day. Brittany shares a little bit of her story and says that her stepfather will be walking her down the aisle. Let's move on to Sarah and Megan. So Sarah's on the way to confront Megan. When she arrives, she gets straight to it and says, "Who do you think I am?" Megan says, "Why don't you tell me who you are, because you're not about to sit here and question me." Sarah then proceeds to put her hand up, showing off her wedding ring, and then slowly placing it on her baby bump, making sure this thing is seen, okay? She says, "I'm his wife. We're married. We've been together for 7 years." Megan calls Sarah immature. Sarah carries on that Megan got played, and during this whole time she's getting really riled up and she's yelling, and I just feel like she could have handled that situation a lot better than she did. It wasn't necessary. Let's go back to Lizzie and Scott. So Lizzie tells her daughter that she feels that she's the trick and that she's done with Scott. Her daughter is very happy to hear this news, and Lizzie then proceeds to say she really loved him but doesn't trust him because he's not the man he said he was. Let's go back to Matt and Caitlin. So Caitlin and Matt's mom go to his hearing. The prosecutor sets his bail for $7,500, and after the hearing, Caitlin tells his mother that she's going to get the cash to bail Matt out. His mom tells her to be concerned about the commitment aspect of their relationship. Let's go back to Megan and Sarah. So let me just say this. I'm watching 2 immature girls go back and forth about a no good for nothing little boy, okay? The fact is that they both got played. They both were played, okay? So I feel like Sarah has no right to come at Megan the way she did and then expect her to give her respect just because she's wearing a ring. If she wants answers from Megan, she needs to simply address her like a lady. Calling her out of her name is not solving anything. Megan is only giving her the same energy she's giving. Let's go back to Brittany and Marcelino. So they're having a small intimate ceremony, and it's really nice, a nice venue that they picked out. Brittany is escorted by her stepfather. Let's go back to Lizzie and Scott. So Lizzie goes back to Scott's room, and Scott says that he still has a little glimpse of hope that she'll stay. Lizzie gives Scott his ring back and says that she's willing to have a long-distance friendship. Scott wants to know, will Lizzie be hurt if he finds someone else? Lizzie tells him that there's no relationship anymore. So Scott gets his things, throws her phone in the toilet, and just leaves. Lizzie is scared now, but says that since being out of jail, there's been too much drama between her and Scott. Scott leaves the hotel toothless, hurt, and broke. Let's go back to Matt and Caitlin. So Caitlin bailed Matt out, and he didn't even go home. He's been staying with his friend. So he goes home to pick up some stuff, and because he's going home, he has to face Caitlin because she's still there. I feel like, I hate to call this, but I feel like she's stupid because she should have never bailed him out of jail. Her and Matt are basically done, and they end on bad terms. Matt says that he thinks that they rushed into things, and Caitlin just plans to move on, which she should. Let's go back to Megan and Sarah. So the producers talk to Megan and Sarah separately and try to get them to hear each other out. Megan goes to Sarah while she's in the bathroom and tells her that she's only coming at her sideways because she gave her that same energy. They end up going back to the table, get the answers that they need so that they can move on. Let's go back to Tracie and Clint. Tracie gets dropped off by the bus and almost breaks her doggone neck getting out the bus with them doggone big old platform heels on. I don't know where she got them from. So Clint shows up to pick her up and even proposes again. He says that he comments on how light she is, and this time he can actually pick her up, because y'all remember when on the wedding day when he tried to pick her up, that man about broke his back trying to carry her. But he comments on how light she is and that she needs to gain weight. Tracie tells Clint thank you for a second chance. Let's go back to Sarah and Megan. So Megan tells Sarah that she spoke to Michael's mom, and Sarah's hurt by it. This goes back to when I said his mom is just as wrong as her son because she inserted herself in their FaceTime call number 1. Then she made her little way to Megan's hotel to tell her that Michael has been locked up. So Sarah gets the answers that she was looking for, and while leaving, she gets a call from Michael. Megan, on the other hand, leaves the table saying if Michael was here, she'd be the one going to jail because she would end up killing him. She still wants answers from him. Let's go back to Lizzie and Scott. So they fast forward, and Lizzie says that she and Scott have been broken up for a few months now and has a new job, plus got a promotion within 7 weeks of working there. Lizzie says that her relationship with her daughter is so much better. Now, the thing that really made me I wanted to fall out. She's still driving that car though. She gave the ring back and told them they could have a long distance friendship, but she didn't get that car back. Lizzie says that she feels like she's succeeding. Scott, on the other hand, has moved on and has a new girlfriend, and he doesn't even have to wear his fake teeth or give up his credit card. Let me stop. I'm happy that he was able to find a companion that cares for him beyond what he can give and is not just using him. Let's go back to Michael and Sarah. I hope that she holds fast to the things that she said to him. You know, she tells him that he can't come back to live with her once he gets out. Michael, during the conversation, continues to lie and even tells Sarah that he was going to end things with Megan. She tells him he had it all: freedom, a home, wife, his kids, and he just threw it all away to be another statistic. Michael says to Sarah that by the way she's talking, she thinks he'll be locked up forever. And she replies, she doesn't want him in her house and she needs time. She's choosing to put herself first this time. She's been putting him first for the longest and she's choosing her now. She advises him to get in contact with Megan and live with her. She ends things telling the camera crew that she wants a divorce, but I don't think that she'll follow through because her name on her Instagram page is she's still using his last name. I don't think that she's gonna walk away from. Let's go back to Brittany and Marcelino. So the pastor wants to know if anyone objects, and surprisingly, Amanda stays seated. Maybe it's because she brought her boyfriend with her quote unquote boyfriend with her to the wedding. During the vow exchange, Marcelino gets emotional trying to express himself. And I believe that the words that he spoke to Brittany were very sincere, and I hope that they last. Let's go back to Michael and Megan. Megan heads back home, and when she gets home, she tells her father and finds herself in her father's arms. He told her he's not going to say I told you so, but feels that he has done his job as a father to warn her about her relationship with Michael. Her father tells the camera crew that he's not surprised and had a feeling something was going on. When Megan's father wants to know if she's okay, she says Michael made her a mistress and she would never mess with a married man. Her father says that he really wants to hurt Michael, and Michael better be lucky that he doesn't live close. He advises his daughter to lose Michael's number. Megan responds that she doesn't want anything to do with Michael except answers. And her father was basically like, you got your answer. This is the answer. So Megan tells the camera crew that she's done with Michael and she gets physically sick when she thinks about him. While sitting down doing her confessionals with production, her producer wants to know from Megan, now that she's had the whole night to think about things, now has her feelings changed? As the producer is finishing that question, Megan's phone starts ringing. And what do you know? It is Michael. So Megan is still looking for answers because she wastes no time trying to get them out of Michael. And all Michael can say is he didn't set up for them to have a meeting. Basically, just carrying on about nothing. Megan then wants to know, is he married? And he replies, I'm not trying to have that conversation. And he doesn't feel like it's the time right now. So she just ends up hanging the phone up on him. I just don't know why she even answered his call. She already knows the answer to the questions. I don't believe her or Sarah will stop communicating with Michael. So let's just move this thing along. I don't believe that her or Sarah will stop communicating with Michael. In the next scene, they show Michael behind bars. He says, to be honest, he doesn't know what a husband is. He really doesn't know what a wife is. And he adds that he's not trying to make an excuse, but he doesn't know anyone that has ever been a good husband. Michael says that he was going to be with Megan from the beginning, but as time went on, coming home, being around his daughter, his wife, and seeing his daughter want both parents, that began to persuade him, giving him mixed feelings and emotions. But by that time, it was already late because he had already taken Megan's virginity. He sends a message to Megan in prison saying that he wishes he could take it all back, but never meant to hurt her, and he still loves her. To Sarah, he says he apologizes for hurting her as well and hopes that someday they can get past it and be back how they were when they first met, and tells her that he still loves her too. Now, where are the couples now? Caitlin and Matt are still broken up. Matt is awaiting trial and living with his new girlfriend. Brittany and Marcelino, they have had a healthy baby girl and they are moving into their new home in Las Vegas. Clint and Tracie. Clint's ex-wife, Haley, fired Clint. He is now working with his parents at the meat market, and Clint and Tracie plan to renew their vows with family and friends present. Scott and Lizzie. Scott is working to pay off his debts, and Jasmine, which is his new girlfriend, are going slow and steady with their relationship. Lizzie, on the other hand, is not pleased Scott moved on so quickly. Michael, Megan, and Sarah. Megan is still in contact with Michael, what I tell y'all, as is Sarah, what I tell y'all. And Michael is out of jail. Sarah gave birth to Michael's second daughter, Rain. So I need to hear your guys' thoughts on this 2-hour season finale of Love After Lockup, season 2, episode 14. Again, the title of this episode is Prison Blues to Wedding Bells. I really enjoyed this season from beginning to end. It was good from beginning to end, in my opinion. You guys comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with a friend who also loves watching Love After Lockup. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified on the next time I make an upload. And I look forward to talking to you all in the comment section down below. You guys stay tuned because this summer another season will be coming out. So season 3 will be coming out, and I'm really interested to see if some of the cast members from season 2 will trickle on down into season 3. So yeah, comment down below and let's get this conversation rolling about this episode, the season finale. And I look forward to talking with you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.